Hey, it's no accident you clicked on this video today. So that miracle that you're hoping for and waiting on, I just want to let you know this is proof that it is closer than you think. So keep the faith because it's on its way to you. My name is Carrie and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk about all things mindset, motivation, and manifesting. And in this video today, I'm going to share with you how powerful your words are and words that you're saying right now that are holding you back and dragging you down and keeping you stuck, and words that you can replace those with to empower you and build you up and bring into your world exactly what you're looking for. Sound exciting? Stay tuned. So there are countless references from years and years, from Stoic philosophy in the Stoic times back to, in biblical references right through from the 30s, 40s, 50s, right up to the gurus of today that emphasize the importance of the words that we're using. So all these people, they're not just kind of brewing something up just for something to do, to see if they can convince people to do things they don't want to do or say things they don't want to say. There's got to be some merit to this. And in looking through and digging into a lot of it, it is true. It is definitely true. So there's quotes, there's books, there's movies about it and everything else. So I'm going to keep it relatively dialed in and simple today. And the concept is, if you don't want it in your life, don't let it come out of your mouth. And sometimes that's easier said than done, no pun intended. But I mean, what's on our heart, right? What's on our heart tends to be on our mind a lot. And what's on our mind, we can't help but speak about it. And what we speak about turns into reality, right? It's how we create our reality. So I urge you and emphasize that, again, if you don't want it in your life, be intentional with your words. Don't let it come out of your mouth. A few examples. I promised you some examples today. So let's talk about that. So self-talk. Right? The words that come after I am. I've done other videos about this. The words that come right after I am. If you were to say I am, what are those words coming out of your mouth? Are they empowering you to make you feel good, or are they dragging you down? I am unlucky. I am sad. I'm this. Or is it I am hopeful? I am happy. Like, what are those things, right? It changes your energy, your state. What about the what ifs? What if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? What if I get this? What if this doesn't happen? How about you flip that and look at the positive side of that, right? Speak empowerment into your world, right? The words. And the exaggerations, the exaggerations. There's so many. But the stuff like, people say, oh, this is killing me. You're killing me right now. Why would you ever say that? Right? The things like, and I've tried everything. And the one that the gem of all of them from relationship problems is, you complete me. Thank you, Jerry Maguire, for messing people's ideals of what a relationship should be like up forever. So just a little side note here, you don't need anyone to complete you. When a successful relationship is two people at 100% showing up as who they are, not 50-50. So many people get that mixed up. If you want to talk about that, you can DM me. We'll have a conversation. But so that's our inner talk, right? The things we say to ourselves. Also, how important those words are that you're using is how you speak to others and how others speak to you. What happens when someone asks, hey, how are you? Standard answer. Good, how are you? Fine, how are you? Right? Really, like, are you fine? Are you good? Or do you want to share a little more? How about a different answer? Right? How you doing? Oh, barely getting by, Same crap, different day. All of those things that you say is creating your reality. So here's the deal. If you're not happy with your reality, you need to start speaking different words. I have people tell me all the time, you mean I should ignore my reality? Well, no. If you're enthused and excited and can't wait for what's happening in your reality, well, then keep talking about it, because that's what you're creating. But if you don't like where you're at right now, yes, start talking about something different. Why do you keep getting the same thing over and over again all the time? It's because you just keep talking about it. Change your words, change your life. That's what this is about today, right? How powerful your words are with others. There's a story, and you may have heard it before, but it's about a man. There was a boy, and he was saying, and there's different versions of this, but the Cole's notes for what I got for the video. I'll keep it short today. A kid was saying mean things to, his friends at school, saying mean things, and they were trying to teach a lesson, and what happens. He says, every word you use that is unkind to someone, right? Every word you use is like putting a nail into a fence, right? And every time you say something unkind to someone, that person, it's like putting a nail in there and everything else. You can go apologize, and that's like pulling the nail out. But when you pull the nail out, the hole's still there. Your words, once they're spoken, you can't undo them. All right? So it's about being very intentional with that. Another story, it's a little kind of analogy. There's a whole bunch of frogs are hopping along a trail, kind of fitting out in nature. You hear the birds? Man, I love being out in nature. But there's something else. There's something crazy that keeps making sounds back here every once in a while. Hopefully we'll hear it. But this group of frogs is cruising along, jumping along a path, and then two frogs fall in a hole. And it's too deep for them to get out of, and they're sitting there and they're jumping and this, and all the other frogs are sitting around the top of the hole. And in the first part, they're going like, hey, like me, you can do it, you can get out, And then eventually when they start seeing that these frogs aren't going to get out, these two in the bottom, they're jumping, they can't make it. And so what happens is they start telling these other frogs, they're like, you know what? You should just give up, man. Just give up. There's no way you're going to get out of there. And they keep trying, and then the frogs, they didn't want to leave them, the other group of frogs that are up on the top, except the words that they're using are not encouraging. They're telling me, you know what, you're never going to get out. We got nothing. We can't help you. We're frogs. Like, you should just give up. And eventually one of them does, listen and hears the words that they're saying and gives up. Eventually just kind of curls up, dies in the bottom. But the other frog, he didn't give up. Kept going. And eventually, even though he got more and more tired and was getting more drained down and it was looking less and less likely that he gets out, musters up all the strength in the world, even though all these other frogs from above are yelling down at him, you'll never make it, just give up, like just give yourself a break, die in peace and everything else. And this frog makes it out. And then they go, what? Well, like, how the heck did this frog make it out? What's the deal with this thing? Turns out, they find out that frog was deaf. And when he looked up, all he thought and all he could see was all the other frogs he thought they were cheering him on. And those words of encouragement inspired him to keep trying. Who is it in your life that inspires you? Who are you inspiring? I guarantee that there are people that look up to you right now. And the words that you're using are so important around those people. Speak life and love and kindness into people, because what you put out in the world, you get back twofold. All right. I can't tell you how many times I've had conversations with people or been on calls with clients and meetings with clients, and then sharing something, even just kind words or just recognizing a beautiful quality or trait about that person, and they break down into tears because no one's told them that before. They haven't heard it for years. It's so important. Words are powerful, right? And you can use them to break people down or build them up. But what you put out in the world, you get back twofold. So be very careful with what you're putting out. Are you like, are you a gossiper? You talk negative all the time? Is the glass always half empty kind of thing? If that's the vibe that you're moving around in, it wouldn't surprise me. I could probably predict what's going on in your world, how happy you are every day, how excited you are to open your eyes and jump out of bed in the morning. Right? Yeah, I'm very at that. You got stories about it. Oh man, this Kerry guy makes these videos, they tick me off because he talks about all the, yeah, I get it. But or shifting that and speaking words of kindness and love and care into the world, positivity, hopefulness. When you put that out in the world, that's what comes back to you twofold. So, in a nutshell, stop saying things that you don't want to come to fruition and become reality in your life, because your words are creating your reality. If you want to talk about that, explore it a little more, see what that is, what it couldn't be, and kind of pick out a few of those things, you can work with me. I'll put a link in the bio or in the write-up below. It's kerrykish.com. There's a bunch of different ways to work with me. I have a number of different groups. There's single parents groups, there's man-to-men, there's one-on-one coaching, there's a lot of things like that. So reach out to me if you're interested in that. And yeah, we can have those conversations, right? But if you found value in this video, I encourage you, please, to like, subscribe to the channel. We talk all things motivation, mindset, manifesting, and if that interests you, by all means, like, share it with a friend that you think with this video could help them out. But I encourage you to join me in my journey, right? At no point have I ever claimed to be on at the finish line and, oh, look at me. No, I'm a work in progress, right? I'm probably the biggest work in progress in this whole world. But I encourage you to join me on my journey to become the best version of myself, and sharing those little insights along the way and supporting you and encouraging you and breathing life into you to become the best version of yourself as well. So if that interests you, check out this next video that's popping up on the screen right now. It's going to be about motivation, mindset, and manifesting as well. And continue that growth, continue that momentum of becoming the best version of you. So as always, I'm grateful for the time that you shared with me today. And until next video, sending peace, love, and positive vibes your way.